global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. Obviously, from all indication, the indigenous people of Biafra have gotten some sort of classified information that gives them so much jubilation ahead of the April 8th judgment, as they have this to say to both Biafrans, those supporting them, lovers of freedom, and of course the judge in charge of the case. Don't forget there have been internal tussles within the legal team, and of course within the rank and file of those who have decided to have an autopilot over all the issues of Nnamdi Kanu and indigenous people of Biafra. But looks like everything seems to be ending in praise, or looks like it anyway. But before we go into the news report, like it, subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. What the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, has said that it expects its leader, Nnamdi Kanu, to be set free on or before April 8th, when his case comes up in court. This was disclosed by the spokesperson of the group, Ima Powerful, in a statement he issued to the media on Sunday. Powerful said, and I quote, it said the federal government has no tangible reason not to let Nnamdi Kanu go, despite charges before him were amended to keep him in detention. He also advised the presiding judge to be fair enough and save her name from being ridiculed. He said, and I quote him, Justice Binta Nyako must be firm in upholding justice without fear and favor. Otherwise, she will ridicule herself among her judicial colleagues, both internally and within the international community. This position is based on the fact that the 15-count amended charges upon which his case is predicated are empty and have no iota of substance whatsoever. The emptiness of these laughable charges have been well marshaled out comprehensively, discussed in the 48th. I take that again. He said the emptiness of these laughable charges have been well marshaled out, comprehensively discussed in the 46-page objection filed by Kanu's legal team. Most importantly is the fact that you cannot build something on nothing and expect it to stand. No trial can be entertained in any court in Nigeria insofar as the abduction of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra in Kenya, and his extraordinary rendition to Nigeria is still a grave violation of the international law, which crime Nigerian government is still guilty of. Nnamdi Kanu has never committed any crime, and this position is very obvious, going by the frivolous 15-count amended charges, which has nothing attached to it as evidence. What is expected to happen on April 8th is total acquittal and discharge of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and nothing more. Leaders from the south should stop begging the federal government to do what will save the already battered image of the country, because no court can try or convict him on the face of this flagrant violation of Kanu's human rights, as well as the criminal violation of international humanitarian law and extant treaties forbidding extraordinary rendition. It is impossible and cannot happen. Begging the federal government may simply give the impression that he is guilty of an offense when he has committed none. The federal government should do the needful by either withdrawing the charges on or before April 8, 2022, or allow for his unfiltered, unfettered discharge and acquittal. Now, this is quite very bold, and obviously they must have had contact with the 46-page defense write-up being submitted by Nnamdi Kanu's defense team, ably led by senior advocate of Nigeria, Mike Ezehume, and of course the likes of Ifeanyi Ejiofor has been in the legal team for a long while now. Obviously, must have been given the necessary information where necessary here and there. Don't also forget that Kenya at some point had actually said that they could see when Nnamdi Kanu entered, but they cannot, see when he left. And Nnamdi Kanu, in his human rights suit that he filed against the federal government from using one of his legal team, is ready also to speak up over the injustices meted against him by the DSS in detention and every other information really necessary to facilitate his human right. Now, you now see that even the person in question who went through the ordeal, if asked questions, is ready to talk. And at some point, of course, you've heard stories, you've heard narrations of his legal team where they begin to explain the processes, the extraordinary rendition that Nnamdi Kanu went through, the pains and all that. Don't forget also that the Nigerian government did agree that they rearrested Nnamdi Kanu. But the question on everyone's lips, even in international communities, how did you rearrest him? What was the process you used to rearrest him? How did he find his way back to Nigeria? Up till today, we have not heard full details on that. All we heard was that through the facilitation of the Secret Service, the Igbo security agencies in Nigeria, and the others in diaspora, they were able to bring in the court Nnamdi Kanu, a fugitive, and he has been arrested. But now there is always this international law. There is this international law, and even up till now, Abba Kyari, Super Cup, is still in Nigeria simply because the government of the day and the government of America want to go through the right international process, which is to extradite him properly. Okay, but it's not like they don't have the capacity to just come into the country, Nigeria, and just pull Abba Kyari very quietly and take him down to United States. But they want to go through the legal process, the official legal process of bringing one out of one who they see as a criminal or alleged criminal out of the country to face his trial. And that's exactly what the international community is waiting to hear from the federal government, of which the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu is leveraging very strongly on. You cannot begin to benefit from what you committed, like Aloy Nyako will always say in most of his tweets. It looks like from all indication to Ipob has started sending warning shots ahead to Justice Binta and Nyako to just save the day, save her name, save her career, and do the needful. But then again, don't forget that Binta Nyako is being paid salaries for her job, and saving the day, saving her name, saving her. It's actually a case of being torn between the devil and the WC. Well, April 8th is just about the corner. We'll give you update as soon as it happens. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take? Do have